Hello, and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do the Gemini December 2020 general love reading. How are you guys doing? Hope you're really well. Thank you so much for tuning in. So lovely to have you here. So this is for Gemini in Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, or you might be connecting with a Gemini. So Gemini, what's going on in love for you this month? So we're going to start with some general messages and then we'll go into a full spread. So for Gemini, please, can we get some general messages for what Gemini is dealing with? What kind of themes in love is Gemini dealing with this month? December, thank you. Oh, it shot out. Can we get a couple more, please, for Gemini? Oh, okay. Just to check, is there anything else for Gemini, please, I should bear in mind? For Gemini. Anything else for Gemini? Okay, thank you. All right, let's see. Now, I normally I've just been getting 3 of the other signs, but because these two came out together like that, I just wanted to check if there was anything else. So Gemini, the first card that shot out for you is the 5 of Pentacles. So this is feeling quite isolated, quite left out in the cold, maybe being ignored by someone, feeling quite lonely. And yeah, it's a sense of isolation and maybe even being ghosted by someone. Now, the 2 cards that came out together next, we have the Queen of Cups and the Devil. So the Queen of Cups here could be representing a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Not necessarily. It is a character who's very in tune with their emotions, very in touch with them, also deeply intuitive, very kind and caring character, very loving. But then combined with that with the Devil, Capricornian energy, but this is representing some sort of toxicity, some vice here, maybe even a sense of codependency, the way it came out almost with this Queen of Cups. So it can also represent, with this particular one, some sort of temptation or being drawn into something destructive and not really being able to see the chaos that is kind of being caused as a result of our actions. So interesting. It could also be just like a very lusty feeling about this particular Queen of Cups, you know, like real like sexual urge for them. I don't know, but let's see. It's just what's coming out for now. The next card that popped out was the 10 of Cups, which is beautiful. This is real happiness and reunion coming together in sort of in complete emotional bliss and fulfillment. It can be a sense of reunion for me with this 10 of Cups, and also about families coming together. Obviously we are heading towards like the holiday season, so there may be times where families of partners' families are kind of coming together at this time. Interesting combination. So at the bottom of the deck we have the 5 of Swords. So this is really tough, issues with communication showing up. Very painful words having been spoken. Sometimes the 5 of Swords can talk about defeat after like an argument, and it can sometimes be about not actually speaking to each other. But in this particular case, it's more that someone wants to win an argument at all costs, even if that meant saying something very harsh, really upsetting, and the other person hurting their feelings. So let's see what's going on. Okay, behind that we have the King of Pentacles. So this could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, that you might be dealing with Gemini. Again, not necessarily. And this is just like a very dependable, a loyal character, very traditional and, you know, orientated with the home and family, and very like a career-driven character as well. But this is someone who wants to put down roots and is very loyal and reliable. Okay, so behind that we have the Moon, which is emotional confusion, not really fearing, you know, what might lie ahead, whether there's something hidden, whether we're seeing the truth of the matter, or, you know, if there's some sort of something we're not seeing clearly. So let's see, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. Interesting, we've got a lot of characters coming up already in terms of the different kings and queens. So we've got the Queen of Wands here now, so fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this is just a very confident, can be female, not necessarily, character who's very passionate, very attractive generally, kind of, you know, she doesn't really hold back. She goes after what she wants. She says what she wants without hesitation or again worrying about the repercussions. She's deeply passionate, but can also have like a fire to, I want to say fiery temper, but you know, just a bit passionate for sure. So now we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is some sort of offer that's quite slow in arriving, quite dependable when it does arrive, but it can take a long time. So it's sometimes a sense of hesitation. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is needing to make a decision. It could be weighing up the options in some way, trying to balance different aspects of life, or trying to decide between two different things, two different people, or even trying to juggle multiple people for sure. Interesting. So we could be looking at here, you could be dealing with someone, or yourself, Gemini, could be dealing with multiple people, and this could have led to some sort of harsh words. I'm not 100% sure yet. There just seems to be a lot of people involved. Now that could certainly, doesn't have to be romantic partners. It could be family members or friends or anything like that. Just getting involved. I'm just seeing quite a few cooks in the kitchen already. So anyway, let me get some extra messages for you, Gemini. I'm just kind of changing it up this month, bringing in a couple more decks. So let me know in the comments if you like this, if you've seen the last couple of months, and what you think of the layout. So anyway, let's get some more clarification, please, for Gemini, of what is going on for them. What is happening here for Gemini? Give you some clarification, please, for Gemini. For Gemini, please. Oh, okay. Get a couple more. Thank you. Maybe one more, Gemini, please. Clarify what's already come out. Thank you so much. Okay. Interesting. So we have the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Six of Wands. So with the Eight of Swords here, it's feeling stuck, and like there's not really a way forward. There's something, you may feel like something's not going to work, or you don't really have any power in a situation. It is being kind of trapped in like a trap of our own making. As in, what I mean by that is you do have actually the freedom here to get out of this. You do have the ability to get out of it, but we're remaining stuck. It's kind of can be overthinking as well, or dwelling on something, or just considering all the ways in the reasons that something might not work. So next we have the Knight of Wands. This is a very passionate character again, very impulsive, can be kind of known as the player of the deck. A little bit inconsistent energy here, like coming and going. And we have the Six of Wands, which is victory for sure. It is having your attention, having your value recognized, getting attention, being recognized for your worth. But it can also be someone who enjoys attention. Now, in terms of what I'm seeing here so far, I'm getting the sense you may be dealing with someone, Gemini. Again, everything I'm saying, reverse the roles as if it does resonate for you, as it works with your story. So that's absolutely fine. The energy is fluid, so the roles can be reversed. But regardless, what I'm seeing here is maybe we're dealing with some sort of player character who may have been involved with multiple people. You may be concerned that there's something being hidden, someone else involved potentially. Maybe, you're kind of being ignored by someone at the moment. But and you're doing a lot of thinking and worrying about this, and why there's no communication, feeling quite troubled by it at the moment. So let's see, could be someone who if there is a player character here, they could be dealing with some sort of toxic relationship, which is causing issues in your connection. But anyway, I'm going to go into your main spread now and we'll get far more information. So for Gemini, please, with the top 10 cards, give me the spread for Gemini. So with this, Gemini, I'm going to be asking 10 questions which relate to a specific connection. It's basically for the person you have on your mind when you're watching this video. And of course, just as a quick reminder, this is a general love reading. It's not going to resonate with every Gemini out there. Of course, I do hope it does resonate for you. And if it does, please do leave me a comment and let me know. I really love to hear that. Lets me know if my readings are hitting home. But if it's not your story, then you can always check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, and watch my other videos. You might want to do that anyway to get some more information. So anyway, let me stop rabbiting on and we'll do your spread. So with the top 10 cards, please, for Gemini. Okay, Temperance just popping out there, card of Sagittarius. For Gemini, please. Yeah, okay. How does Gemini feel about their person? The Ace of Pentacles. Okay. And how does this person feel about Gemini? Oh, the Knight of Swords. How are they seeing Gemini? The Five of Pentacles, there it is. And what's happened in the past between the two of them? The Four of Swords. And what is the current mutual energy? Oh, the Ten of Pentacles, lovely. What are the intentions of this person towards Gemini? The Chariot, okay, yeah. And what is it about their current situation that Gemini needs to know? Oh, the King of Cups, interesting. And what is the most likely action of this person towards Gemini next? Judgment, wow. This is looking good. I don't want to say too much too soon. What is the advice for Gemini regarding this personal situation? The Sun, wow. And what's going to be happening between the two of them this month, December 2020? The Hierophant. Wow, Gemini. Okay. It's a lot of major arcana that's coming out there in the second row. Okay, wow. And yet there's more. Bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a turn of events. Can be kind of universally orchestrated. So what I mean by that, it's kind of like something you might not see coming. An unexpected twist in the tale, if you like. Can also often for me be a positive turn of events. So maybe you felt like something has kind of been out of your hands. You know, if you've been doing a lot of overthinking or kind of been left feeling out in the cold, which I can see, then this is something you're probably not expecting, but it's really positive change is coming. So see, it can also talk about someone coming back around. So yeah, saying that behind the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is about someone who's walked away, not being completely emotionally fulfilled sometimes, or also with the Eight of Cups, they go off into the mountains to become the hermit. So this could have been someone who had some thinking to do, or some soul searching to do, or for whatever reason, they felt the need to walk away from this connection. Oh my gosh, and there's that Ten of Cups. Now, the thing is, this person also walks away from the Eight of Cups because there are two cups missing, and it's very essential that they are missing. Even those 8 beautiful cups here, not to be sniffed at, but without the 2 cups, it's not complete blissful achievement. But this is what they walk away from, that Eight of Cups situation to go after, is the Ten of Cups. So it could also have been a sense that someone is walking away from something else to be able to come towards you, or just someone who has walked away in the past from this connection and is coming back around, and there is a reunion here which is going to cause a lot of happiness. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. Oh, Gemini, this is gorgeous. This is beautiful, romantic energy. It's kind of celebrating together. It's kind of celebrating the good times in a relationship. It's definitely one of those high point moments in a connection. It's extremely loving and happy energy, and it can be a card of marriage, just or a sense of renewal in a commitment. Okay, so then we've got the Emperor next to that, it's a card of Aries. But this could have been someone who, I mean, someone here could have been quite stubborn, needing things their way, or, you know, only kind of being quite rigid in their beliefs or their requirements, or just, yeah, someone who may have been being, a bit inflexible in the past, I want to say. And next to that, we have the Eight of Wands. Great. So this is communication coming in, back and forth, messages being exchanged. This is also kind of heating up a kind of connection which has gone cold, bringing the warmth back in. I feel like bringing the love back in, and passion is returning to the connection. Lots of messages being exchanged. So I'm going to go ahead and get your next layer right away, and then I will go through everything. So can we clarify for Gemini, please, with the top 10 cards? Please clarify for Gemini what's already laid out with the top 10 cards for Gemini. Interesting. Great. Wow. Yeah, okay, great. Oops. Wow, okay. Very interesting, Gemini. So at the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. So this is a big decision, and it's actually already here as well in the action that this person's most likely going to take towards you next. So huge decision time. It's also kind of a sense of everything you've kind of done to this point, being weighed, being measured, and judgment being dealt out as a result. So it's kind of like, I feel like a sense of, you know, in like a karmic sense, it would be kind of like, what have you done so far? And if you've been kind of doing everything you could, and to be a good person, or to be kind, to be patient, etc. It's now kind of like, now this is the reward time, this is Judgment Day. And vice versa, you know, obviously you could say for someone who's been, you know, acting shady or that kind of thing, it's also receiving their judgment as a result. But I won't go into that, because what I'm seeing is very positive. It could also be a judgment decision, huge decision, if there have been two options being weighed up, or just also whether to go for something or not, and considering that. Judgment can also talk about something coming back to life, like a resurrection, but I'm seeing more in terms of a big decision. Okay, behind that we have the Five of Cups. So this is talking about there has been regret and disappointment here. Things have gone wrong. There has been sadness and disappointment. I'm just getting very strongly. But with this Five of Cups, this woman is looking into the water and reflecting on everything, and it's what has gone wrong and maybe disappointments are on one side of the river, and the two cups that remain, which is always the point with the Five of Cups, it's whether you can see that they still remain or not, is on the other bank. And the crucial thing here is kind of reflecting and thinking, okay, what do I not have, but what do I have? It's kind of separating that, and it's so it's not the same as like getting too bogged down. It's just, you know, which can be with the traditional Five of Cups, it can kind of be wallowing or crying over spilt milk. This is more like a being more, a little wiser, a little bit, you know, the ability to be more objective even, and be like, okay, well, yeah, this didn't go well, but I still have this, or, you know, there's still this kind of thing, like reflecting on that kind of thing. And then we have behind that the Eight of Swords again. So it could be a sense that someone here has felt like there wasn't a way forward, maybe because of the things that have gone wrong, for sure, and not kind of feeling despair as well, a sense of hopelessness at this point. So that's how you could have been feeling, Gemini. And so a decision could be being made based on all of that, for sure. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups, which is beautiful. That's the third time we've seen this card. So I feel like there is going to be a sense of great happiness coming in for you, Gemini. This is also, for me, with the rainbow, it's kind of that moment of peace and love and harmony after a storm, after a time of, you know, having to deal with a lot of shit. I just like, pardon my language, but a lot of upset, and now there is that tranquility afterwards. It's very sweet, Ten of Cups as well. The way she's kissing his head is kind of like, this is a very loving gesture. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So this is a character, she was there earlier as well. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, for sure. Or this could just be representing you, Gemini, like regaining your power, your confidence, and your self-assuredness, but in not in an arrogant way, in like a more like reclaiming your power if you have been feeling, you know, ignored or down in the dumps. I feel like you're kind of getting regaining your sense of self, even, you know, kind of brushing yourself off, have gone through some sort of transformation through this process. Next to that, we have the Nine of Swords, interestingly. So this is a lot of anxiety here, a lot of sleepless nights, being kept up late by decisions or actions or behaviors that we've done, and now having to live with the guilt or the worry about it, like, you know, kind of the demons on our shoulder who, you know, torment us for the mistakes we've made. Kind of that feeling, you know, when you're trying to go to sleep and then your brain's like, okay, but let me just tell you about all the things you've done, you kind of messed up in the last couple of years, and it's that kind of energy. So this could be talking about someone who has left you feeling very disappointed, who has ignored you, maybe because they felt like there was no way forward, or left you feeling like that, and now they are seeing you regain your power, regain your confidence. They are now like really being kept up late at night, or stressing or worrying. It could be that. It could also be that this is what you've been dealing with, but you are now kind of getting over it, I want to say. So, Gemini, let's have a look. How are you feeling about your person is an interesting combination. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which is amazing. This is, it's an opportunity for a new beginning, for sure. It can be, you know, offering someone something, like even just going on a date or meeting up, or even, possibly a gift. It's just that seed that grows into something much bigger. So you may feel like, I almost want to say that you feel like there was this opportunity with this person. And the reason I say that is because it's clarified by the Queen of Swords, which is your energy, Gemini. But in this particular Queen of Swords, it's quite a potent one for me, because she has snapped her sword in half. And the sword represents how we think about something, an idea. And I mean, she is holding the other half, the broken half of the sword, in her hand, which is very painful. Obviously, snapping the sword in half is a huge gesture of kind of almost giving up and having to give up on an idea. And it's a very painful process. She's also kind of looking back over her shoulder reproachfully so this is why I'm feeling like may have felt like there was this huge opportunity with this person for something. It was like a chance that for something that was going to seem to grow into, had huge potential. That, I think that's it. That's how you're feeling about this person. But whereas you were feeling all of that, now you're kind of at the point of giving up on the idea. As I said, that Eight of Swords that we've seen a couple of times, feeling that there's no way for this to work, perhaps because they've been ignoring you. Now, how they feel about you is more air energy with the Knight of Swords and the Four of Swords. I feel like they have a lot that they want to say to you that they have been holding back. They feel like they need to get something off their chest and communicate to you. And as I said, I think earlier, I don't think it's going to be something that you're expecting at this point. It's coming in out of the blue, and it's they're finally gathering the courage, I want to say, to communicate something. Maybe they feel like they have been not speaking to you with this Four of Swords, kind of sleeping on their words, or even, trying to take some time out to think about what they want to say to you. But they, after taking that time to themselves, now they really feel like they want to rush in and communicate something to you. And we saw that with the Eight of Wands, communication coming in, heating a connection back up. How they see you is that Five of Pentacles we saw right at the beginning shoot out, and then the Page of Cups, the Prince of Chalices here. So they're seeing that they have left you out in the cold. They may be completely aware that they have ghosted you, are ignoring you, treated you. Communication may have just come to a standstill very coldly, or they may have said something with that Knight of Swords. They may have been very blunt in their communication with you and suddenly stopped. Either way, they see that now, they're ignoring you. But with this Page of Cups, they also see that they owe you an apology, that they need to come forward and express to you some sort of feelings, and I'm getting that already, about how they feel about you. So they definitely are aware of what they've done, and there are things they want to say to you. What happened in the past, we have that Four of Swords again. So this is, and I feel like this was them, Gemini, someone who is stopping communicating, almost feeling like constricted, like they can't say anything to you right now, because maybe they feel like if they do, it'll cause some sort of chaos for some reason or another. And with the Six of Pentacles, this, for me, is talking about a very kind and generous energy, really giving. Sometimes someone who may not feel deserving of that generosity, or just being very touched by how kind and giving someone was to them. So if this was you, Gemini, being very generous even in your time, your emotions to somebody, but they felt like they couldn't properly communicate with you, or maybe they couldn't say something to you, maybe because of a situation. I'm just thinking of that kind of Devil and Queen of Cups from the very start. Maybe they were still dealing with some sort of toxic relationship which was holding everything back, maybe even an ex potentially. So, but they definitely, they felt if this was you being very generous with them, they really felt like you were extremely kind. Maybe they didn't deserve it. Now, the current mutual energy is fantastic. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. So this is abundance, success. It's also the long-term family. It's kind of growing old together, being very loyal to each other, watching your kids grow up, having a very lively and happy home, and a very successful one as well in terms of money, family, the whole shebang. And it's clarified by the moon. Now this particular moon is talking about harmony. It's interesting to me. We have these almost like two couples here, although quite different, but it's kind of that sense of being in harmony with each other, kind of fantasy and imagination, kind of that dream essence. So you could be dreaming about each other at this time, but I'll get some more clarification. But the current energy is very positive, I would say. So let's see. Now, the intentions of this person towards you, Gemini, we have the Chariot card of Cancer and the King of Pentacles. Again, he was there at the beginning. So what I'm seeing here is their intention. The King of Pentacles, is, as I said earlier, is all about stability, the home, you know, a reliable connection, someone very good with their money, their career. Also, yeah, someone who wants to build a solid foundation, a proper commitment. And if you were dealing with someone who was kind of seemed to be acting like inconsistently, even if they're not necessarily a player, then I feel like their intention is to actually kind of level up into this King of Pentacles kind of energy. And with the Chariot, this is moving forward. This is going after what they want. It's that more of that sense of victory, overcoming obstacles. This is also kind of like it's a very can-do attitude with this Chariot. I want to say it's like, I can make this work. I can go after it. I can do it. So, and moving forward. So for sure, what I'm seeing is that their intention is to move forward with you towards a solid commitment. Now, what you need to know about their current situation, we have the King of Cups and the Magician. So more water energy here, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And so it's interesting. If this, I feel like we've got several kings here, I want to say. The only one I can't see is the King of Swords, but we've got the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups, we've got the King of Wands over here as well. So you could have been dealing with multiple options, Gemini, potentially, not necessarily, but there could just be even multiple offers, I want to say, coming in, or people wanting your attention. Perhaps this is also here, this kind of sense of the victory you'll be receiving this month, Gemini. It could just be that you're actually getting recognized for your value by a few different people with all these kings. I just have to say it. But if not, and if it's all the same person, then what you need to know about their current situation is this King of Cups is someone who is fiercely protective of those that they love, and like, this is someone who has recognized they have a real gem, something that they want to protect and possess and not let anyone, you know, bring any harm to it. And yeah, be very protective and deeply loving as well. So with the Magician here, this is someone who in a very decisive place as well. And now they've made a decision already to kind of go after what they want, or to, yeah, I want to say like not let you go, basically. Now they've made this decision already. Now they are going to be doing everything they can to make it happen. So I feel like their current situation is now they have recognized that you are the one that they want, potentially, or they've realized what they want. I want to say, because of their intentions towards you, for sure, Gemini. So yeah, then now they have made that decision. Now their current situation is manifesting that into reality. The action they're most likely going to take towards you, yeah, this is again a reason why I'm saying they realize it's you that they want, because the action they're going to take towards you next, Judgment, and this is the Knight of Wands basically in this deck. It's the Princess of Wands, but this is someone making decisive action. I already described the Judgment there earlier, so I won't repeat myself too much. And the Princess of Wands is going after what they want. It's the same Knight of Wands we had at the beginning. But here is also, it's making some sort of offer, maybe almost making some sort of compromise, and kind of understanding that sacrifice might be required to get what they want. But it's a very action orientated. They are going to be taking action, I would definitely say, with that. Now your advice, we have the Sun and Three of Wands, more fire energy. But Gemini, what I would say here with this Three of Wands, this is the need to wait, basically. This Three of Wands is talking about trusting that what you are waiting for is coming in. You don't need to take any action at this time. I don't think you're going to be waiting very long by the looks of it. The Sun is, I mean, it's happiness, success, good fortune. This is also someone kind of with the Ra here, the god of sun, being depicted. I just feel like it's someone very enigmatic. It could also represent someone coming towards you that is going to represent some sort of victory, maybe also very dynamic with this sun, almost the way that it's like traveling towards you, what you've been waiting for. And I maybe this is a bit odd, I've just noticed this, but it's almost like he is traveling down this river and she's waiting by a riverbank. I just feel like the advice is this person is coming towards you. It's going to feel like a victory. You're going to be very happy, and all you need to do is wait. You've done everything you needed to already. Hence that sense of now Judgment Day. What's going to be happening between the two of you this month? More fire energy. You could definitely be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Hierophant, card of Taurus, and the King of Wands. So the Hierophant for me here is higher levels of commitment, something quite traditional as well. And the King of Pentacles is a very traditional character. He does things the right way, kind of the established way. It's not messing somebody about. It's properly dating, properly, yes, you are my girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, or yes, we're doing this. I'm not saying like labels, but something traditional, not kind of like oh, well, I don't really like to say that I'm in a relationship, but I don't want you seeing anybody else at the same time kind of thing. No, we're doing it properly. And this King of Wands is going after what they want and yeah, taking action. Really, it's also with this one, I always notice that he's holding this mirror here. So it could be representing the two of you maybe mirroring each other and maybe both getting on the same page to go after what you want now. But yeah, I feel also like a leveling up here, that we've seen the Knight of Wands twice, and now it's going to be happening this month between the two of you is the King of Wands with the Hierophant. I just feel like this connection is leveling up this month, Gemini. So, and I don't think you're going to be expecting it by the looks of it. So I'm going to clarify one more time, please. Get one more layer of clarification for Gemini with the top 10 cards. Please clarify what is already laid out for Gemini with the top 10 cards. Any more information for Gemini? Okay. Oh, there he is. There's a King of Swords. Okay. That's really good, actually. Yep. Gorgeous. Wow. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, so the bottom of this deck we have the Nine of Cups. So this can talk about wish fulfillment for sure. It can also talk about a sense of self-satisfaction. So let's see. There he is again. We've got the Knight of Wands behind that. So this could have been someone who seemed to be, I almost want to say, acting quite smug. It's just popped into my head with this combination, quite arrogant potentially. Not necessarily, but just someone who was maybe acting very confident towards you when they came in, and yeah, kind of very cocky. Let's see. And behind that we have the High Priestess. So this may be talking here about there was a need to kind of listen to your intuition about this person. Maybe that you were concerned that there were things being hidden from you. And yeah, I feel like you were kind of maybe not communicating because you felt like was probably the right thing to do, just to not reach out to this person. Yeah, and there's that Queen of Swords again at the bottom of the deck. So I'm kind of, getting this feeling that you may have got to the point where you're like, you know what, I just don't feel like, maybe I feel like this person is kind of just doing what they want, to be honest, and kind of not really considering me in this. So at this point, I feel like you were kind of went a bit cold to them, because also you were kind of getting ignored and not being communicated with properly. So you got to the point where it was like, right, okay, I'm done. And we saw that about how you feel about them, the Queen of Swords as well. Interestingly, next to that we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a kind of very nurturing, very kind and giving, and it's earthy energy again. So this could have been how you were treating them previously, very kind and generous, and it's kind of that progression that you ended up feeling like you had to be more blunt, a bit more harsh, a bit more like self-protective. Oh, what? Okay, interesting. We have the King of Pentacles here next to the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So the only thing is, to me, with the counterparts here, it's one of two things. Either this is a case of two people very much who could have been a perfect match for each other, really a great, divine counterparts for sure, a perfect match. But if they were like this, I would be saying they were a perfect match, or they were definitely on the same page. With them coming out like this, I want to say that if there was the potential, like you felt the potential for that solid, huge new beginning that could grow into maybe this, that you were then, you weren't on the same page, and maybe through no fault of your own, Gemini, and that's your energy again with the Queen of Swords, I should say, but it was just you were kind of maybe looking for different things at the time when you first connected. Now, the other thing I was going to say is, because I was picking up on this maybe energy that they were still dealing with some sort of toxic ex-partner, or just some sort of codependent ex-partner that they were still needing to resolve, then, because I'm seeing quite a lot of people involved in terms of the kings and queens, the court cards, so it could have been that you couldn't get on the same page because there was still somebody else in the mix. So how you feel about them, Gemini, is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. So for me, I feel like you maybe were waiting for this person to make a decision. It is more reflecting. It could be that you have been reflecting on the fact that how much you've been investing into this connection with this person and what you've been getting out of it. And I feel like that's, again, it could be why that you're at the point where you're like, I've got to give up on this. It's not going anywhere. But also maybe you've been waiting with that Knight of Pentacles we saw quite near the beginning. You've been waiting for an offer to come from this person, like a solid offer of something traditional, again with these pentacles, and it just hasn't been turning up so far. How they feel about you is clarified by the King of Swords, yet more air energy. And you feel about them, the Queen of Swords. So again, we have the counterparts. So they may feel like they have been very detached to you. Like, this is not a very emotional sense at all. It's more logic. And they may feel like they needed to not communicate with you purely based because it was like, this is the sensible thing to do right now. Maybe they feel like they have been, their action that they have been taking has been due to like what they thought was the best course of action, like strategically. How they see you is clarified by the Hermit, it's a card of Virgo. I feel like they see that they've left you out in the cold, and they may see that now you're maybe isolated from them, and maybe you've even gone into some sort of hermit mode where you're not reaching out yourself anymore, as I think I already said. Otherwise, if it's not about that, I would say that they see that they needed to do some soul searching about you, or maybe even get advice from somebody else about what to do here. But also, I'm just getting a sense that if they were going through some sort of dark time, then you were kind of the light that guided them out of the darkness. Like you were the thing, maybe even kind of that helped them get through some sort of difficult time, and you know, and as thanks for that, they left you out in the cold, so they really have some apologizing to do. What happened in the past is clarified by the Strength card, so card of Leo, and that's what, as what I was saying earlier, someone felt constricted, like they couldn't say something. I feel like there was a lot of holding back in the past, and you may have been very giving, very generous to this person, Gemini, but they felt like they couldn't communicate to you properly at the time. What is clarifying the current mutual energy is the Four of Wands. Amazing. This is celebration and coming together. We saw the Four of Wands earlier as well, so I won't repeat myself too much, but what a combination. This is harmony, happiness, abundance, you know, the home, building a home together, and a fated connection and commitment. So that is the current mutual energy is gorgeous. The intentions of this person are clarified by the Hanged Man. Now, I don't think this is cause for concern, because we have this, the Chariot here is definitely forward movement and momentum and victory and just moving this connection with you forward to something very stable. But I think with the Hanged Man here, it's explaining that this person has this intention now that they have gained some new perspective, or they've taken some time out to maybe even learn. I feel like they may have had to go through a situation which was kind of taking responsibility for a situation, and after that it now comes like it's kind of now being comfortable to live with themselves, maybe even gaining some sort of inner wisdom from what they've gone through, and also now wanting to do things their way. With this Hanged Man, it's kind of like, yeah, they've gained some understanding from what they've gone through, and now they're able to move forward and maybe build some sort of stability with you. It may also be that they've gained a new insight into commitment with that King of Pentacles. You know, like if they had some sort of long-held beliefs about how commitment works, etc., or concerns about it. Anyway, it's possibly that, not necessarily. Now, what you need to know about their current situation is clarified by the Ten of Swords. So I feel like this is talking about them going through some sort of ending with somebody else, or some sort of situation is coming to an end, and it has been maybe something very painful I think it's always painful, even if it's something that you are glad of when you've got through it. It's still a very painful ending. Now, this could have been with that kind of ex character that was picking up on, or just something that needed to end, or they were going through that process anyway. But this is like this rebirth sense with the Magician. It's taking action and going after what they want with this King of Cups and being very decisive. But they have been dealing with a very painful ending, which I think is why they were holding back and feeling that they couldn't communicate to you before. So the action they're most likely going to take towards you next is clarified by that Two of Pentacles. I think, to be honest, this is talking about the Judgment card. We saw the Two of Pentacles right near the beginning as well. And as I said, it's the needing to make a decision. It was like weighing up pros and cons of something. Also with this Knight of Wands, like almost needing to sacrifice something and realizing that, but in like a peaceful inner wisdom sense of, I may need to drop something, sacrifice something to be able to go forward, go after what I want, and a very decisive energy here. So that is the action they're going to take towards you next. I don't think they're going to be weighing it up anymore or juggling anymore, either way. Yeah, your advice clarified by the Queen of Wands. So she's been here like 3 times now, Gemini. As I said, I feel like this is you. You have regained your power. You've become, you've regained your self-confidence, and you've brushed yourself off, picked yourself up, And now, as a result, what you've been waiting for is actually coming in. This is more fire energy, but I just feel this is you like being very sexy and attractive. And this is someone who the Queen of Wands receives kind of offers and attention. She doesn't have to chase or, you know, make advancements on other people, etc. Not that there's anything wrong with that, you know, like say for example a feminine making the advancement on a man, there's nothing wrong with that, but the Queen of Wands is just not that energy. It's someone who is receiving the attention and yeah, being really looking amazing and really attracting in, being very magnetic again. And so all you need to do, Gemini, in terms of your advice, is wait and just keep doing your sexy thing. What's going to be happening between the two of you this month is clarified by the Seven of Cups. So now the thing is, it could be a sense of needing to make a choice. Now it could be that when this person, if they do come back towards you, because we had all those kings, you may have several romantic offers, as I said at one point. So it could be that you're kind of deciding who is actually going to be able to offer you like that kind of traditional established relationship that maybe you want. This is also having options, but you know, trying to decide which one is the authentic option and which one might leave you, you know, with you know, something you don't want to actually go down that road. So it's the need to kind of consider your options and then go after what you want. So, but I feel like the choice will be yours, Gemini, if there is a choice to be made after, and because this person is making a decision to come forward to you. There could be other suitors in the mix, to be honest, because you're looking hella good. You've regained your confidence. You've picked yourself back up from this kind of disappointment that you experienced. I feel like by letting this idea go, you have kind of freed yourself from feeling trapped in, you know, like a mental prison about it. And yeah, now you're going to be having quite a few options on the table. So that's what I've got for you this month, Gemini. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please drop me a like to the video. That would make me extremely happy. Leave me a comment if it resonated. I'd love to hear that. And of course, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be working on some 2021 yearly spreads, which I'm excited to do. So please subscribe and then you'll know when those are up and ready. Otherwise, have an amazing December. Thank you so much for watching and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks, bye.